A wonderful and lovely day, students. Welcome to my class. This is Teacher MJ, and I've anticipated long enough for this day to come. Again, it's daily time where innovation is real and where exploration and discovery is applied. It's always been a pleasure to be your lesson facilitator for today. And I hope that as we go along, you will learn a lot as I have prepared, lined up of necessary information for our lesson to be more fun, meaningful, and engaging. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get on and be right on track on our topic for today. So, of course, that has something to do with computer system servicing. And along with that is, of course, the objectives, which talks about number one, apply appropriate testing methods to electronic components in accordance to technical specifications. Number two, to identify testing methods that were successful based on industry standards. Next, evaluate testing process and record system based on standard procedures. And of course, to document test results findings for subsequent testing. Okay, there will be discovery, or this will just serve as your first set of activity today. And of course, I intend that it will just be a lot of fun. Okay, so the first thing indeed is this one. How are you going to guess? Very nice. That is good. What about this one? Impressive. That is right. This one? Awesome. You get it right. Number four? Fantastic. That is correct. And of course, for number five, very good. You get it right. So that are just the things that is of course in line, or the things that we really need as we go along with the process of our discussion today. Okay, so now let's check. The first one is test. It's just very easy peasy. Okay, we have plan, components, job order, and of course, method. Okay, so we have here electronics. Okay, most of us right now are very reliant and dependent on gadgets. So how are we going now to live without this? As we all know, electronic devices have become an important part of our day-to-day lives, okay? It has become difficult for us to do work without using the electronic device. And there is also this thing that we lived in generation that uses electronics, and that it will give us or pave the way. It will gives us more convenience and ease, and of course efficiency. Okay, so these are just the criteria for testing. So you have to think along. Okay, now here for the testing electronic components, you have to it refers to the methods and procedures of determining the signals and responses from an electronic component. This is done to ensure the quality, performance, and of course, functionality. In obtaining the job order, you also have to know its main definition, and that is a form of containing specifications of a task to do. That is also concerned and comprise instructions, date, time to execute the order, address or location of work site, the name of the client and his contacts, and of course, the name of the technician. In sample of job order, there is also things that we need to remember. This is, of course, a testing on repair shops, sometimes refers to job orders given by the clients or the customers. This is just the main format or a sample of a job order plan. So just like what I've said a while back, those informations are needed in order for you to just key in this one, or just you'll just have to input all the data, necessary data that is really necessary for you to be able to what? okay, create a job plan or a job order. Okay, so next to that is communicating or reporting the desired method to use. So in this, you have to, if you're planning to do something, you have to bear in mind that report is very important. Okay, report it first to the responsible personnel, or let's say to your superior. The next is verification and approval is what? Is to ensure efficient workflow and success of the test. In using appropriate, okay, method, there is also a standard practice. So this has been the standard practice of industries, okay, which aims to, of course, produce quality services, efficient workflow, effective tools, and safe working environment. So in this juncture again, recording test process is very needed because it is again for the evaluation purposes. The technician must be able to determine at which point must he record and document the test process for an accurate data gathering. Okay. So along with the checking or testing procedure in testing the simple circuit, there are also items that you need to verify, okay? So number one is damage analysis. So as to what extremities this particular electronic gadgets or device is what is defective, okay? And you have to analyze that one. According to the analysis, okay, and there are also categories that you have to concerned of. Okay, number one is wire and connector damage. Okay, next is circuit damage. And of course, inspection of wire repairs. So that is very needed. And in this, for the plan for testing, there are also items that you need to remember, okay? Planning is, of course, is a must before any action. Without a plan, a test process will fail or will not meet its job order or client requirements. So that's why it's very important. Okay. And another thing, of course, is what tools that needs to be used. Always remember and choose the right tools that will give you accurate results in lesser time. So the safety comes first. So who among of us wants to risk ourselves, right? So we always have to get to be guided with the proper ways on how to be safety, right? To always use personal protective equipment. Okay, so these are just facts. Always remember to check the selected tools for functionality and of course serviceability conditions. You also need to, of course, you need a personal protective equipment and always be mindful of the things that bring hazards to your health. Okay. So for the performance test that I am expecting you to comply, so these are just a particular scenario that you have to remember. So there is claims in here that warrants or needs the what? The repair service of his desktop. So do you have anything at home that is dysfunctional? What did you do with it? And you also have to interview a certain client. So these are just mere assumptions then. So you also have to record the details below. So granting that there is already the test plan and you are already being provided with the records that is very needed in order for you to create a job plan. So please be guided along with the name of the customer, where he actually lives, okay, the contact number, and of course, what else? What is very needed? The one who will be who is supposed to again act out on his behalf if ever he is absent or not, or he cannot really meet you or something, right? So there must be something that will going to assist. So again, these are just facts that needs to be considered in creating a job order. Okay. So again, for the rubrics, we have your completeness of tools. That is 4. and completeness of methods or techniques, that is again equivalent to 4. And for the summarization of the evaluation process, that is only 2, for you to get an overall total of 10 points. Okay, so again, let me just direct you to our definite or very or known tagline that in technology and livelihood education, we always go beyond the traditional. So that's it for today, and I hope you have learned a lot. And again, we'll see each other in the next virtual session. Okay, so thank you so much and have a good day to all of you.